Hardcore Minecraft. People go way too fast. Just by looking at these thumbnails, you can tell what's wrong. Netherite, diamonds, diamonds, diamonds and netherite sword, elytra, diamonds. Basically everything gets done in episode 1, so episode 2 is already in the end game. But not me. Last episode, for example, in episode 1, I built a starter base, and I restricted myself to getting 1 hour to build that base, because so many people build their bases for so long nowadays. And in this episode, we're gonna get a camel. And camels are actually slower than if you were just walking. But we're gonna build something special for the camel. So stick around and have fun. Alright, so now we're in the game. And last episode we made this pretty good base. And I mentioned it last video a little bit, that we found a desert well. So let's find that village. I have a couple different things I want to do, but we gotta find the camel first. I'm gonna take like half my hay bales, and I'm gonna hope that I can find a saddle or a lead or something. There is a lot of dead bushes. Holy moly. Why is there so many? Oh, and there's okay. Saddle, please? No. Well, we didn't get a saddle, we did get a name tag, so definitely beneficial to use that. I did indeed receive all of the kind words that you guys gave to me in the last video, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. This is just straight out in the open. We're gonna get a saddle. No saddle. I really enjoy how I feel like I can, like, in a way, fourth wall break and talk about the reality of Minecraft in a little bit. Like how in the last video I brought up how there's a big issue with starter bases, and I want to talk about a couple of them in this video. As for example, the reason why we're getting this camel. I feel like more people should, like, I feel like more people should appreciate, like, the things that they have in their worlds. Like, I mean, I guess I could sprint right now, for example, but I can also just take a gander at this landscape. You know, why not build stuff here? Why build everything in the same location? You can spread things out, you know, you can have more to do. You should go slower to enjoy it more. And there's our village. Now, let's just hope that there's a camel here. A camel. I just need a saddle. So we know where our camel is. We just need to find a saddle now. So let's go see if we can find that. I know there's many ways we can probably get a saddle. I think just going back into the mesa and trying to find one in a mine shaft is probably the best option. By the way, we must have just barely missed the desert village, because our house is right there. It's just over this hill. Also, our house looks pretty good from afar. This is a pretty large mesa. It's like, it's everywhere. It's over there too. Nothing yet, but we did get an iron pickaxe, which is pretty good. Ready? That's a lot of redstone, but not a lot of usefulness. Usefulness is not indeed a word. You know, who cares? I love that trick. Oh, one more. Please. Nothing. I think we're over here again. Yeah, we are. So we looped around the entire way. So, we're back here again. Home sweet home. I want to use these minecart chests later, so I'm going to keep them. I also think it would be pretty cool to figure out how many we went through before we actually got the saddle we want. I think I might just continue exploring a little bit until I either go through the entire mesa or I find it. I think there's a little bit more mesa over here, so I'm going to continue looking. One more thing I want to bring up is, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, like, you guys have a lot of control in a series. I don't know about other YouTubers, but from my experience with trying to have, like, an actual, like, series or whatever of a, like, a survival series, is that I'll put stuff in the hands of, like, the viewers, but then I don't think people realize that they have actually, like, hey, you guys have a lot of control. One notable example is that over multiple series, over multiple years, I've actually had multiple series, and I've asked multiple times, you guys should, like, leave any comment, any name down below. It could literally be your username, and I'll name my animal this. But then a lot of the time, no one will even do anything, and it's reasonable to say that, if the video is like a year old or something, but if the video is less than a month old, or maybe even more than that, I still think it's reasonable to leave a comment. I don't know about other YouTubers, like I said. So from my experience, I feel like it still is. I read all my comments. I don't think there's a single comment on either of my channels that I haven't hearted that isn't one that I just haven't seen yet. Because I have multiple channels, so I usually will leave my second channel, which is this channel you're watching this on right now, is the channel that I watch YouTube on if I'm ever on YouTube. So it's the channel that I'll get notifications for the easiest. If you comment down below. But for my main, this might have a saddle. But for my main channel, I check the YouTube Studio of that every couple days, so I'll still see comments on that. And then I have other channels that I also check, but I check those a lot less. Ooh, diamonds. It's actually a very lucky find. Saddles, let's go. Now we can get our camel. 4 diamonds, saddles. This is a really, really good desert temple. But continuing my point, I really do think more people should they don't realize that they actually have that control. Again, I would like to specify that I don't know about other YouTubers. One example from mine was, I remember that I did a 1.14 Legacy Console Edition series. That was the first main series on my channel. It was when I did that series, that's when I started actually trying to do YouTube on this channel for the first time. And that was a little over a year after I created my channel. It took me a year to actually alright, I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna make videos. And I made that. And the first episode of that is actually still public on my channel. I've been thinking about releasing all the episodes in in the description of that video. But I also don't know, because the description of that video is just the word subscribe, because that's what it originally was. It was originally just subscribe, so I kept it as that, as memorabilia or whatever. However, I do think it's reasonable to point out that I could change it so it's a link to the entire playlist. I think it's I don't know how many episodes it is. I know it's probably a little over 10, because the series ended when I lost footage for 3 episodes. And I lost essential footage. Still, on the creative copy of that world, I have one of my greatest builds ever, in my personal opinion. I'll put it on screen right now if I can still find a picture of it. If not, it's fine. But the reason why I bring this up is because at least maybe 4 or 5 months after that series ended, I got a comment from one of my viewers, and they asked me, "Can you get an Arctic fox in that world?" And I tried to find it. I really did. However, they didn't exist in Legacy Console Edition, or aka 1.14. So I could not. And I tried. I did my research after trying, not being successful, and I just couldn't do it. I let them know in the comment, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it, blah 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 blah. But I feel like that shows, me personally, I read all my comments. If you leave a comment and I don't see it, it's because I haven't seen any comments on that channel yet for a little bit. I will most likely, I almost never go more than 3 or 4 days without responding to a comment. I think my record is 5. And it's just because I completely forgot about YouTube Studio. And I also wonder, if I bring this up, if I bring up how a lot of people don't recognize this, will more people do it? Because I want you guys to know, you guys have complete control over this series too. I've said that multiple times, just this episode, for example. If you guys want to name the camel, you can. I've been yapping a little bit here, because I've just been talking the entire time while playing. But you guys have that ability. If you guys want me to do something, please let me know. I will. There's a very high chance I will do it, or I will remember it and do it in the future. Anyway, this is what we spent the entirety of the episode doing, getting this camel. I feel like traveling on a camel like this it resembles the theme, which I really do like. I also really want to experiment with mules in the future, because I know mules and donkeys, so I can use chests, because I think that would be pretty nice. There is also just the fact that if there is nothing, if I don't get any comments about what I should do in the next episode, I will make the episode still. I'm not gonna just stop the series or anything. I just want you guys to know what you can do, because I feel like a lot of people don't realize what they can do. If you dislike this series, what can I do to make it better? And I will. Can he really just walk over fence gates? Insane. Well, we have a lot of loot now, which I guess is pretty good. I'm not entirely mad at the fact that our camel here, our unnamed camel, can just kind of wander out. Because I have my second part of this video that I wanted to do was I wanted to make a pen for the camel and any other camels we find. Because I do think it would be nice to have like a family of camels. Our camels just kind of wander. Like I know TNT is really good against blocks that have like very little blast resistance, and I know sand has very little blast resistance. Yes, that was very good. That was very useful, actually. I'm kind of thinking about it now, and I think if there isn't anything regarding the name of the camel at the end of this episode, I'll probably bring it back up next episode, or if maybe not. But after that, I might just name it myself, based off of, like, normal. Camels aren't really named, is the issue. Maybe I'll, like, translate something to Egyptian. Like, I'll use Google Translate and figure out a good name for it. That kind of ruins the back of it. Here's an idea that I'm having right here, right now, like as I'm just spitballing. I'm not like reading off anything. This isn't in post. This is me like whilst I'm digging right now. But I just had the idea. I know another YouTuber. He's very very big. If you're into the survival scene, you might know him. Fwip. He has a thing in his hardcore series, which I've kept up with a little bit, like not in order, but I've seen a good couple of his episodes. And he has a thing where he plants one farm every single episode. Or not like a farm, but like a field, basically. He plants a field of crops every single episode. And I don't know if I want to do that, if I want to do something similar to that, because I think that is pretty cool. Maybe I could do something like I build one thing, but then that would also limit it, you know? I can't really do that. And I didn't build a farm in the first episode of this series, but I guess I could build 2. Or 3, if I build a farm next episode. Because I know a couple different things I want to do in the future of the series. But, yeah. Some of this might actually get cut out, I don't really know. Because I'm kind of just yapping as I'm playing this. I want to, like, try out a little something when building this. I want to try diagonal building, because I'm not the best at diagonal building, but I think a diagonal build that looks good will fit well here. Just facing like, if this is facing that way, I want this one to face this way, if that makes sense. And now that I filled that in, I think that looks really good. First thing is that I want to actually make sure I have a camel to put in the build. I probably should have smelted this before I started digging everything out. I guess I want to follow how I built this one, where I put the cut sandstone on the bottom. So I think it should just be like this. I feel like that's too far oriented like that, though. That's the issue. This would be too far oriented. I guess not. Like that. That'd be 2. I kind of like that. Just like this and like this. Then let's go see how much smooth cut sandstone we have. I think I'm going to use my last 3 iron for a bucket. So now I just need to do the roof. And I think for this roof, I'm going to leave it more of a flat roof. Because I remember from last episode when we went into like Egypt and stuff to like do, like look at what it all looks like. Some of the roofs were flat. Parkour skills, ready? Parkour skills. Parkour skills. Parkour skills. There we go. Parkour skills, bro. Parkour skills. Trust. Is that gonna, yeah, it is gonna destroy the dead bush. I'm probably gonna have to replace that. So I'm gonna use these slabs that I crafted to make this outer ring, and like just to make it not so it's just like a flat box, to give it a little bit more depth while keeping it as the flat roof. Like I'll probably outline it, and then I'll probably go up 1/2 slab, a little bit, like bam. Then I can just go around like this. This is gonna give it more depth while still keeping it as a mainly just flat roof. With very, like, minimal resources used. Bam, look at that. And then now, with a bit of decorating, to actually do the decorating, we need to go get more dead bushes, and I think I know where to get the dead bushes now. I recently actually got a second monitor, so I can see, like, my OBS recordings. Like a lot easier now, so now like I'll be able to like tell if I for example if I was streaming something, I could tell like what's going on stream and stuff better. I can read chat better, all that. And one thing that I know now is that I feel like this episode might be a bit longer than usual. I had some personal stuff started this weekend, or not this weekend, this week. So I was restricted from actually working on my video. Or on this video specifically, for like probably the first like 4 or 5 days of the week. So I had to start it yesterday on, no, I started it on Friday, and I recorded like 20 minutes of it. It's currently now, yeah, but due to that personal stuff, I actually couldn't work on it for the first part of the week. So since I had that stuff going on, I couldn't really work on it. And because of that, I had to start working on it this Friday, and I wanted to get it out on Saturday. If you're wondering, it's currently Sunday as I'm recording this, but I'm going to upload it today. And yeah, so I'm hoping to be faster in the future, but sorry about that. Couldn't really do anything about it, but still. We'll use this name tag next episode, hopefully. But overall, I'm going to clear out this little sand patch right here, and then I'm probably going to end the video. Leave a comment down below what you want the name of the camel to be. Maybe if you want to tell me what I should do next episode, you can also do that. Really, just have a good day, and, you know, overall, chase passion.